Uh, I guess I'll start by saying it's Wednesday, and I wanted to do these on Mondays, but oh well. It's been a it's been a long week already, and already halfway through. But a lot of things happening even today. Um, I don't know. I don't know where to start. I feel like I haven't been able to catch up. I have all these thoughts, right? I have all these thoughts still, but I haven't been able to catch up. So the reason I'm still shirtless is because I don't have any clean clothes right now, still. And I've been needing to get to that, but I don't have a dryer. So I have to go all the way to my grandma's to do laundry, which is like a 15-minute drive. And understandably, I don't want to be back and forth through two towns just to do that. So I'll just wait till the weekend. I'll try anyway. It's also unfortunate because I have a job interview today. And I hope I get it. I hope it's easy. I hope it's tolerable. I also hope it's part-time, because if it's full-time, I'm not gonna try to negotiate with them. They'll lose me at full-time. Maybe I'll try other positions, different stores. But I don't know. So I guess I'll add this context because it matters, I think. It involved me in some kind of way, not in like a traumatic way, like the majority of other people, but it still affected me. Last weekend, there was a shooting in my home city, right? And I was not there when it happened, but usually when shit happens like that in my town, I'm on top of it and I'm always wanting to know what's going on, like any other person in their community does. And what's actually crazy about it, getting sidetracked here, I was planning on going to walk that day. I was going to walk the bridge. And it's just crazy that I didn't go because I was stubborn about getting up and going. And then while I was on the game, Grandma texted me saying that there's a fucking shooting. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. I was literally gonna go over there. So that's a relief. I could have been there when it happened. Probably, I don't think anything bad would have happened to me. It would have been a little scary, at least. I would say that I don't think we've had a shooting like this ever in my lifetime. This is like the first one that's actually reached us that was pretty fucking bad. And for a number of reasons, that does, concern me, because they're only gonna get worse, right? If nothing's done about it. Yeah, sure, GoFundMe and all these other things, and supporting the families, giving them privacy, and telling people stop spreading information, all of that, right? Or false information, my bad. There's always gonna be, I don't think it's even possible to to actually calm stuff like that down. And it's just, I don't want to get too deep in it because no matter how I try to explain this, it's controversial. It's sensitive. It's, this absolute nobody came out and was just shooting anybody he could. Just from the footage alone, that's what it looked like. And that's terrifying. It's disgusting. And the fact that, I felt like, I don't know. I've always been concerned as the more populated my city gets that, I would say in the back of my head, this was eventually going to happen, right? It really sucks that it ended up actually happening, and it was sudden and nobody knew about it, and it was like wrong place, wrong time for a lot of people, and that sucks. That really does suck. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it sucks that, I just really hope they don't get worse, but there's a slight chance that it could. Like these shootings end up becoming more common here. Shootings alone are common, drive-bys and, shooting someone because of something they didn't like you saying. It's really immature shit, But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, sidetracked on that. The way it affected me is my dad had nobody on his crew anymore because his boss was busy, and so it would have just been my dad on a 800-foot job. He lays down curbing, right? He's been doing that for since I was a fucking boy, right? I know how to do this work, right? I know how to do it. Do the mixing, lift 90-pound cement bags. Believe it or not, yes, I know. I look like I'm just skin and bones. I can do it. And then mix all that stuff up, and then you go and dump it into the wheelbarrows, and then you haul it off. This was the hardest job, both for me and my dad, out of this entire year. I was on the job with him earlier in the year, but then I stopped. I backed out. It was getting too much on me. I felt like I wasn't getting enough time to breathe, and it was too much. I was getting burnt out. So I backed off. But coming back to help my dad with this one job, the hardest job of the year for him anyway. It was just the two of us on this job, 800 feet total. But the reason it was so hard is because they had to trench it. What that means is we have to cut out where we're going to put the curb. That means we have a machine and we cut out, the strip of grass that's on the property, and then once that's cut, we have to shovel it out, put it in wheelbarrows, and haul it off to a spot. Then we have to make sure the path is clear so there's not dirt, right? Because if dirt gets into the cement, it doesn't really help it solidify, or it's not good. I wasn't there for any of that. That alone took my dad a week with the immature crew he already had, right? And then, I came in when there was like 400 feet of like square curb. It's decorative curb, right? He doesn't do like, companies or like, businesses or parking lots. He does for homes and stuff. My dad's been doing this a long time. He's practically almost decorated the majority of these suburbs that build up as of right now. There's complete neighborhoods that are just full of my dad's work, right? He has some involvement with most of these houses. And for me, that's kind of like there's some pride in that, even though it's not mine. I'm kind of proud for my dad that he left his mark in the city over almost 2 decades. And I could most likely go into like any neighborhood and look at some curb and be like, you know what, my dad probably put that down. It's just, he's everywhere. His art is everywhere. But getting back into the thing is square curb, right? There's 3 shapes. There's the mow edge, there's the slope, and then there's the square. Square is by far the hardest, and well, not the hardest. It's just it takes the longest to lay down. It takes the most out of your barrel, and it just it doesn't make the job harder. It just makes the job longer, which makes it feel harder. So, yeah, 400 a square. That's a nightmare for anybody that knows that work. And what really drained us at this job was the walk, carrying the wheelbarrow all the way to the backyard. This yard was pretty big, and doing it over and over again. Because so this is what happened. I get a call from the boss, my previous boss, asking if I can come back. There's absolutely nobody to help my dad right now, and he can't go because he's busy with other things, right? So, it was a hard decision for me because, one, I was already thinking about coming back. I wasn't sure if I could actually fully come back and do it all over again, if that's something I wanted to do, right? And then he called me. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not ready for this phone call. And then I let it rung the first time. And then he called me back in the noon. I'm like, God damn it, whatever, let's just get it over with. I woke up and I called him back. I said, okay, fine, well, since this job is so hard and it's already taken them a week, which is already bizarre enough as it is, one job taking you 1 week, that's crazy. I've never seen that in my life. Right. I said 2 days. That's his estimate. This job should take us no more than 2 days to complete. And so for the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, right, I was with my dad trying to finish this job so he can go and move on to easier shit, because I guess they're getting backed up or something. I don't know. And let me tell you something. I was not fit for this job at all. I was not conditioned at all, right? It's been 2 months since I backed out. I've lost every conditioning I have for this job. So I was coming back like it was new. I had the skill, I had the technique, I didn't have the body for it. This fucked me up. I'm still a little fucked up. Right? My right leg keeps cramping up. My other leg's beat. My arms hurt. But we got it done. And I stick to my guns. Because I said I wasn't sure if I could do it, go a full week. My dad tried, right? He's like, Can I have you for at least the whole week, please? I'm like, I don't know if I can, Dad. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to. So I stuck the 2 days out because I said I would, and we did it. It was hard. I hated it. You know, it's like it. Okay, so this was on my mind, right, when it was actually happening, and I actually got a breather. Believe it or not, this job, depending on who you are, it's bittersweet, right? In the moment, when you're trying to get it done, it sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks. I don't like it in the slightest. You know, it could be any shape. It can be easy, it can be hard, it could be a long day, it could be a good day. Man, it sucks. It's no surprise that it's been short-staffed for quite a while. This job does suck, and it's only for those that are, I would say, built different. Like, they can tolerate it. You know, it's made for those that have seen harder shit, have done harder shit, and this is just like a piece of cake to them. It's for those kind of people, right? Nah, man, this sucks. It's bittersweet, and the reason where the sweetness comes in is like once it's done, and you get to like clean up, you know, the equipment, everything, put things away, and then you go out and check your work for the day. You know, it's like I went through hell, but now you know what? This is a victory. You know, this is another one down. Alright? You kind of still get something out of it, despite how fucking terrible you feel during it. You know, and I guess, I don't know. For me, that's not enough, right? This one felt a little bit different because one of just how big the job was. And, you know, just being there temporarily because they need help. I decided to help them. I didn't have to, but I did. Because there's just no way I could let my dad do that by himself. Knowing already what he's dealing with body-wise. Right? But, yeah. That's where I was last 2 days. Now, it's, what time is it? It's 12:30. Couple hours. I have an interview at a local grocery store. Hopefully it's a laid-back area situation. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hectic. Part-time. Just enough to pay rent so I can be here at home. Do whatever the fuck I want. Getting back to the life that I enjoy. And it's absolutely nothing, but doing just enough to pay rent. That's the whole point of the job. I don't care. I don't care about having nice things. I let go of having nice things a long time ago. That's not exhaustion. That's just a logical and correct decision for me to, like, you know, it's not that I don't want nice things. That would be cool to have nice things, but it's not a realistic desire anymore. That's my take on it. It's just not a realistic desire to have, you know, a car that's more than what you make a year. There's so many idiots. No offense. There's so many idiots out there that do that. And it's just, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't complain that you're suffering when you've done that to yourself, right? And it's obvious. You could stop it right now. You could stop. You know? I mean, let alone, I've had to put away my pride here just to go and do this job, just to go and apply to this position. You know? So, I mean, if I can do it, fuck, everyone can, dude. You know why? Because we're all alike in one way, because we're human. Every single one of us is capable of swallowing our own pride for a second and just doing something uncomfortable to get the other side and find out it's way more comfortable than it was. Being stubborn with the pride we have. I've been well aware of that. And I've been really trying to take my own advice, since I like to give a lot. You know. And I don't know. I was thinking about something. It just slipped my mind. But yeah, no. The job is just strictly for rent and bills. I don't care about having nice things anymore. It would be nice, but it's not a realistic desire anymore. So, you know, if there's anything left over from rent, I guess I'll just build it. I don't know. Just put it away. That's all I can think of. But anywho, here we are. Wednesday. My sister's birthday's coming up soon, actually. We're getting old. Still no partner. All three of us. All three of us. I have two siblings, right? I have my older sister. And I have my younger bro. I'm the middle child. My bro is like my bro's the energy I wish I had. I think my sister could say the same. Right? My bro is just crazy. He's a wild guy. He turned 18 in January. And he's been hard at work. I'm so proud of him. And then there's my sister. All right, she's been a real help for me this year. Someone to talk to, right? And I just she's been there. I've been like in ups and downs this entire year, and now I'm really at like a middle ground finally, right? I'm finally at a middle ground, and I seem to be sitting there, staying, not trying to like push forward or hurry to the next thing. I feel like I've really letting go. Not in like a bad light, but like I'm just here and I'm just gonna go with the flow. You know, like I'm a very curious guy. I'm so passionate at understanding myself that and like there's like I always for every new year I pick one thing that seems very complex, and I do everything in my power occasionally throughout the year to sit down and like try to understand that thing. This year it was balance, yin and yang type shit, right? It's what the fuck is balance, and is it important? Is it you know, just the word balance, the definitions, how it involves in life, how it's, you know, and it was a very good thing to pick because it is very complex. It's everywhere, right? Balance is literally everywhere. Anything you can think of, it has an opposite. That's the balance, right? The balance is whatever you see, there's something opposite of that thing, and they both are balanced in themselves, negatively and positively, right? That itself is complex. I don't know if I could simplify that further. So like, I don't even know how I could put an example on that. But it's everywhere. It's in chemistry. It's in elements. It's in like fucking physics. It's in nature, human nature. You know, in temperature, and it's everywhere, man. Balance, opposites, they're everywhere. And it's even in lifestyle. I was trying to implement balance in my life, and I was doing it so fucking wrong. And because I understood like the fundamentals of it, but I was still not understanding what I was doing of going about it, right? I finally made the realization. I don't think I'm out of this test yet, of this understanding of what balance truly is, but I have a very, very great understanding now. I would say what are we? We're 8 months into 2026, right? Of just this one word popping in and out of my head, understanding it for a little bit, right? Balance is not a lifestyle you chase. It's something you follow, right? You can't chase anything without being a little desperate. Desperation is the biggest mind trip that can screw you, right? Desperation is never, for me, it's never been a good thing. Because desperation leads you to think, like, irrational. You're not thinking clearly, you're thinking emotionally. That's a big no-no, for me anyway. To think emotionally intensely, right? And I guess I was chasing balance and trying to force it into my life. And when I got on the other side of the weight, right? I got on the negative side. Or no, it was positive, right? But I wanted to stay there. And I tried to resist of following the weight to the other side. And so the spot that I was on started to crash because I was trying to hold on. And it started to become negative. And I started to lose my mentality, my healthy mentality. And understanding this now, currently, I am now understanding that the weight has shifted back, and I sat with it, and I rested. And as the weight started to go back to the other side, I didn't resist. I didn't chase it and try to pull it back. No, come back. No. I just followed it to the other side, to the chaos. And I feel I have more clarity in chaos. And that was the key move I missed. Instead of following it to the other side of the weight, I resisted and my positive that on the side of balance that I was on, it was positive. But the longer I stayed there, the more I shifted, and it became negative, and it became unhealthy because I was abusing it. If I followed it, it was gonna give me something better than what was on the other side of the weight. And it's just, that's it. That's all you gotta do is follow it. You'll be peachy. It'll be good. You won't overcomplicate things. And I'm starting to see myself improve in things, like even socially, because of just how much I've let go and trusted, like when the balance is starting to shift to the other side. As long as I don't resist, I'll be fine. You know, you get it's another thing of like, another way you could put it is just like, don't hang on to the past, or else the past will be like, you'll be too stubborn to accept things that are new, right? That's the other thing. Like, that's another way I could put it. If you hang on to the past so much, you'll never accept anything new. It's been a good talk. Still a young man trying to not lose his mind, and I think I'm going about it really well. Really well. Wish me luck for the interview. I gotta get this job. Alright, good talk. This fucking upload is going to take all day, most likely. I don't know what it is. My upload speed for Wi-Fi is like dog shit, man. And the last upload took me about 6 hours just to upload last session. So this one's at 30 minutes. I probably got another 2 gigs to upload, and it's probably getting longer the more I sit here. So you know what? Good talk, and I'll see you next week. Bye.